Hi everyone, I'm back.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
I wanted to make an update video of what I've been doing and for my future plans. There's a lot of traveling coming up soon, so I was thinking to make a lot of videos on that so I'll be more active in this channel. So yeah, the last time I actually uploaded with an update was oh my god, 2 years ago. um and I think this was when I had been rejected by the GKS application as well as the Korea University master's program, and I had decided to go to university in UK, which I did. I got my degree in a year, and then after graduation I worked for about 3 months as a temporary employee, I guess, from a temp agency. I worked as a data analyst for about 3 months so I could save up some money, and then I actually went to Korea for 3 months, but just as a tourist. I didn't go to study or like take any Korean language classes or anything like that. I just went on a tourist visa, stayed there for 3 months, and then I returned last June. I returned home last June. Even though I was on tourist visa, I was actually able to do an internship with a Korean company because it was unpaid. So I wasn't actually getting any pay, and all the money that I saved up from the 3-month job, I spent all in Korea. So by the time I got back, I was in debt. At first, it wasn't really that good, and by that I mean I was really anxious to go to Korea for some reason, and I had been excited about the Korea trip for a long time, but like out of nowhere, a week or two before the actual trip, I started getting like slowly more nervous and more scared and more anxious. So yeah, I think thinking back, it was probably because I did have a stable job and I was saving a lot of money, and because right before the job I was just a student, right? So I also wasn't working while I was a student, so that meant everything that I'd saved up before my master's, I spent all of it during my master's. So mainly for the apartment that I shared with my best friend, for all the food and all the traveling that we did. I'd had no money after I graduated. Then after a couple of months, I got the 3-month temp gig as a data analyst, so I was able to save up, I think, about 3 to 4 thousand pounds for Korea. Then I went to Korea and I spent everything I had plus a bit more because I had to borrow some money from my friends. But honestly, I don't regret it. It was really the best 3 months of my life. Side note, I shared a house with two girls. So there was like 3 of us in 3 rooms and shared kitchen and bathroom. So I joined this really good group. They're called Fake Buddies. So they're like a meetup hangout group, not necessarily language exchange. And a lot of the videos that I have in like right now, they're all from when I was hanging out in that group. So usually you'd have about 20 to 30 people. If anyone is going to Korea or in Korea and wants a really cool hangout group, then Fake Buddies is the way to go. And honestly, I feel like the whole group made my trip so much better and I made so many good friends. After the 3 months were over, I just came back, and a couple of months later, I just got a normal 9 to 5 job. But I definitely plan to go back soon. I mean, soon as in like next year, which is where my future plans kind of come into. So I've got some short terms and some long term plans, as like all of you do. So my short term, like literally happening next month plan is I'm doing a really big Interrail trip. So for those who didn't know, because I didn't know either until like I started researching, and that's why I'm going on the trip now, is if you're living in Europe in general, or like even outside of Europe actually, because you have a different EU rail tickets that you can buy. But generally, if you want to go around Europe by train, then you can get this thing called the Interrail Global Pass. Like there's different variations, but I got the Interrail Global Pass. So with that pass, I can go around Europe for 10 days using trains. Not great at explaining. I'll probably do a really detailed video about Interrail next time. So in short, next month we are doing a big Interrail trip around Europe, which will be maybe about 5 different countries and maybe 10 different cities. We'll see. So I haven't finalized everything, but I have finalized the first 3 destinations, which is great. I don't know who's watching this video, but the latest video that I've posted, it's in, oh, here it is. The latest that I have posted, I've actually been posting in the Nepalese language, which is like my mother tongue in a way, because I am from Nepal. So I started, well, I haven't actually done a video in 6 months before I did this one, and it's because I am lazy and I just can't put effort. Well, no, I just don't have the motivation to film YouTube videos, But my aunt's been really wanting me to post more so she can just see what's happening in my life and then see if I can make YouTube work as a full-time career and blah 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 blah. So I made this video for her to just test the waters and see if anyone's actually interested. But at the same time, I'll also be posting in English, which is mainly going to be about the Interrail trip. And also, I think at least for the Interrail traveling bit, I'll probably post very similar videos, but one in English and one in Nepali. So the content will probably be almost the exact same, but I'm just going to be talking in 2 different languages for 2 different kinds of audience. I don't know if that's a smart thing because they say YouTubers, you should stick to one niche or one kind of video. But honestly, I just do what I want, and I feel like this is a really good idea for different kinds of audience, right? So for those who speak English, you can watch my English version of the Interrail trip, and for those who only speak Nepali, like my family predominantly, they can go watch the Nepali version of the trip, which will be almost the exact same as the English version. So depending on who it is, you can just skip videos. I think that's all for today. This was meant to be just a very short, hey guys, I'm still alive and still posting here and there kind of video. Try to post every 2 to 3 weeks, I guess, whenever I have time to edit the videos and stuff. I'll probably be back with a new video in Nepali because tomorrow I'm going to go and meet a friend, so I'm gonna vlog that and put it for my Nepali audience. And then the next video in English is going to be about the Interrail trip. So I'll probably just be talking about a lot of how I started and how I organized the trip and what the countries that I'm wanting to go to and the expenses and blah 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 blah. So if you're interested in that, then just keep watching. So goodbye, and I'll hopefully see you in 2 weeks time. Hopefully, that's the deadline I'm setting myself. So see you in my next video in 2 weeks. Bye.